Hello, it's Mr. Knight. This is Algebra, Chapter 1.2, Applying Order of Operations. So let's real quick review what your order of operations is, or are. If you, your first step, if you remember, would be parentheses. I'll just abbreviate that as a P. Parentheses might look like this. Do brackets, and also remember that it could be a fraction bar. That's a type of grouping symbol. So the first one is parentheses. The second one would be exponents, and that might be like x squared, that might be 5 to the 6th, that might be 247 to the third, whatever. The third piece, third step would be multiplication and division, and you start left and move right. So that doesn't mean that you do, on that third step, it doesn't mean that you have to do multiplication first. If you start left with your expression, your equation, your inequality, and you come to a division problem first on the left, you do that first. So it's multiplication and division together, but start left, move right. And then the very fourth step would be addition and subtraction. Again, you start left and move right, and do it in the order that you come to it, okay? And remember, it doesn't matter how many sets of parentheses I have. Okay, but when you work with parentheses, what you end up doing, if you remember, is that when you come to a set of parentheses, you go inside the set of parentheses and you start your PEMDAS. And since I keep using that term, I'm taking the acronym PEMDAS, which is the first letter of each process, PEMDAS. PEMDAS, okay, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Anyway, if you come to a set of parentheses, you go inside the set of parentheses and you start your process all over again. And if I find another, again, I go inside, start my process all over again, and so forth, so forth. Okay, so here it says, let's look at a problem here, evaluate the expression. Well, when I look at this right here, there's division, there's exponent, multiplication, subtraction. You got to do that first. So this would be a 9. Then you got to do the division first, which this would be a 3. Then you got to do the multiplication, which would give me a 6. And then you can go ahead and subtract, so that actual is a 3. So my answer in that case, simplified, would be a 3. All right. Okay, so let's see what's on the next slide here. That's our last slide. It says evaluate the expressions with grouping symbols. All right, so again, let's go ahead and do this here. If we start our PEMDAS, our process, here's a set of parentheses. So we have to go inside the set and start our PEMDAS, our process, all over again. Again, we notice that there's another grouping symbols, another set of parentheses. We got to start it again, go inside that and start it again. Looks like I'm adding here 8 plus 13, so I must do that first. So I have 2, the 30, minus, and then 8 plus 13, that would be what, 21? And then you start your process all over again, go inside the parentheses. I work that right there. What is that, 9? And then we do a 2. I can do a multiplication, so that gives me an 18, so that simplifies to 18. And then let's look at this with the fraction bar. Well, 8 plus 4, you got to do that first, so that would give me 12. 5 minus 2 would give me a 3. You can simplify that down to 4. So that's your order of operations, how to use it with grouping symbols. Again, your process is parentheses, and that's your typical rounded parentheses, your brackets, your fraction bar. These are grouping symbols. Your next step is exponents. Then it's multiplication, division, starting left, move right. The very last step, the fourth step, addition, subtraction, starting left and moving right. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you tomorrow.